I was a mermaid.
Rosie was a beautiful mermaid.
I was a pirate bro. My name was Aiden Smith. I was the president of Alpha Sigma Sigma.
And pirate.
That's the video I was talking about, because they were just, like, riffing.
We were riffing. Like, Marissa and I were just... Because hers is Cody, and then I was riffing, and then Rachel was Chase Chandler.
Can you give us your best Aiden voice?
Mine was like, dude, we're thinking about responsibility and, like, vulnerability and stuff. Consent is, like, number one for us. Come on, guys. Let's do this, brah. And
then you were doing that.
And Marissa was like, Cody.
She's like, I'm coming, brah.
Should we explain what drag ball is? Or
yeah.
It's a night at Oberlin College of dancing and dressing in drag, and they hire performers, professional drag queens.
Race.
Really?
Yeah, she's the one who was like, I love your costume.
Yeah, there was like no one in the SCO when we came in.
Not no one.
No one.
There were
some, but they were like starting to head in because they were like just waiting for it to begin.
Yeah.
And then Rosie, like, we were just standing to the side, and she like just points around and goes, I love your costume, come over here. And then it comes up closer. It was so good.
Asking some raunchy questions.
Yeah. Are you like gay, straight, bi? Don't give a fuck.
The drag queens were so fun. I had such a good time. So I was Macklemore.
Yeah.
They were so good.
Thank you.
It was so good.
The likes on Facebook are rolling in.
Hot, though?
I did get quite warm, yes. Yeah. It was very hot. It was quite uncomfortable.
I was pretty okay.
Yeah, but I liked dancing. We had, like, some jacket dancing.
Yeah, we did. Some jacket dancing.
Some good moves from the
They started the fan up.
I like the move that you did right there.
Yeah, we just like...
That was good.
Yeah. I love how much physical humor we do on this podcast.
I know.
Yeah, it's great.
For all of our viewers.
Yeah, right. Yes. For all of our
It was nice.
viewers.
They had a fan, and it was just like...
Yes, you guys look great with the fan blowing your hair.
Oh, yeah, we got up on stage for the costume contest.
Yeah, Maya did.
And then, with Rachel, and we, like, went in, and we were, like, going in, but then they were picking out people, and they thought we didn't get picked, because I didn't know they were doing a second round of picking. And then we, like, left the stage, and everyone who told us was like, you should have stayed on stage. Like, you would have been picked if you had. And we're just like, well, it looked like they didn't want us, even though...
Yeah, you probably would have won. Grandma and Grandpa killed.
Yeah, Grandma and Grandpa killed. But
ooh, ouch.
Sorry, it's true.
Grandma and Grandpa have always been there. This is a new creation.
All right, this is like the longest intro ever. Let's wrap it up.
All right, ready, and action.
All right, so welcome everyone, listeners, fans, to episode 20? Is this our 20th episode?
Never know what episode we're on.
I think that's episode 20. This is special.
It's so easy to check.
Anyway.
It's so funny. It's a bit now.
Okay, so welcome to episode 20 of Chicks Dig Flicks. We have a special guest with us today who is not identifying as a chick, but he does love flicks.
As a chickhead.
I'll take chickhead.
Chickhead?
Yeah.
No, Chickadee?
Oh, I'll take whatever you give me. I don't care.
Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Max. Do we do last names?
If you want.
I'm Max Dricky.
Chickadee!
I'm not Chickadee.
Chickadee.
What's your major? What's your year?
I'm a fourth year politics and English major.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. So got a lot to say about
what's
movies.
Your favorite genre?
Favorite genre? Okay.
We did that. That's what we did for Rosie. We're like, what's your favorite genre?
Okay.
Did we?
I thought we did.
Yeah, I think.
Let's do favorite genre if that's easier for Max.
I don't know like how classic Oberlin this is, but I really like movies that I don't totally understand.
You should take Pat Day's class.
You should have taken Pat Day's class.
Well, I mean, like, barest level of coherence would be
Inception.
great.
Was Inception really tough for you?
That's so rude. I had to explain Inception to my mom. That was really fun. We had like 4 or 5 conversations about what the ending might mean, and I was so done with that movie.
What did you decide on?
I don't care. I decided. It's all boring.
Right. So Max's favorite genre of movie is movies he can't understand.
That's
language film.
Take it in, listeners. Now you know Max Tricky.
I like movies that are hard to quantify. Like, for example, I was just talking to Anna about this movie called The Babadook.
Oh, yeah, I've heard
Netflix.
about it, yeah.
Excellent movie. It's a horror film.
I heard
But
it's really scary.
it is really scary, but it's about much more than horror.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's about her. Someone spoiled it during the improv conference. One of the improv teams was like, it's about, like, this, like, girl. Like, it's not about
Don't say
horror.
it. Why would you
I'm
say
going to spoil it
Don't-
now, but
okay.
that's what it's, like, saying. And I was just like, did he just spoil all of the Babadook on stage, but no one knew who it was? And I was getting mad. Like, in my seat. I was
All
like,
right.
he just spoiled it.
Enough of
great.
intros. I'm Anna.
I'm Rosie.
You know who I am.
And now we have
Are you
Max.
channeling some RJ right now?
Yeah.
So let's get started with some news. And now we have the male perspective joining us.
Oh, that's
The
what I
chicken.
need. I always need that. Number one priority.
I specifically asked because I felt that there were some views being underrepresented on this. And I felt that, you know, with movies like Furious 7, all of these that, you know, really tried very, very hard to capture a female perspective on society and life and things. That we just needed to bring some reality, some male perspective,
Yeah.
some mansplaining.
So shout out to Edmund, our other male listener.
I've been to some
Max comes in
mansplaining.
like, Furious 7 wasn't just about cars, guys. It
Cruise.
was about family.
Wow, points for
True, though.
unison.
It's true.
All right, let's start the news. So, first piece of news, Spider-Man Shortlist includes a bunch of white guys. They're narrowing it down to, we got 5 white boys now.
5 skinny white boys.
5 skinny white boys is, I don't know, they look, wow, look at them. This one looks like he's 11.
Oh, is that like, yeah, Butterfield or whatever?
Butterfield from Hugo
Oh, uh-huh.
and the Ender's
They're
Game.
all white. They're all so white.
Yeah,
It's
they
just
all
like
are so
this.
white and they have the
Name-
same facial structure.
Name the list of people.
Okay, so the list of people is, where is it?
It's in the first paragraph.
Oh, here we go. Nat Wolff, Asa Butterfield, Tom Holland, Timothy Chalamet, and Liam James, among others. Okay,
Oh.
so there's, you know, there might be other white boys in the mix. Is this usually how casting works? They're like, it's either going to be one of this 6 people.
They did that for
Really?
the Hunger Games.
Okay.
They did like 6 guys and like, these are the ones we're thinking of and this is what we're thinking for PETA. And then
Was there some sort of death match or like
people was like, I think
Trial
this
by
one, he's
fire.
higher. And then it was like, oops.
So let me
Liam.
ask you guys.
And it was like, what the fuck?
Let me ask you guys
I do
this.
love Liam.
Do you guys care?
I
About
wanted
who
to
gets
be.
it.
I didn't want to be Peter Parker. I mean, I would like a Miles Morales story, but like, if it's gonna be Peter Parker, I just wish that it was not Peter Parker when he's young again, and they're gonna if they
Little.
especially Marvel is gonna do another backstory, which we already know about
Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben. Someone said it goes, if they make another hash of the story, I'm gonna kill Uncle Ben myself. Oh my God,
I
dude.
do cry every time.
Yeah.
Of course you do.
Shut up.
So this is a standalone Spider movie coming out July 28th, 2017. So stay tuned for
Fuck.
that story. We don't know.
standalone?
That's what it
I am
says.
No, see,
interested. Oh, sorry, what?
No, it just they're saying for sure there's not going to be any sequels because that would be if they dropped that bomb on the table, I might actually be compelled to see it.
I don't think they're saying no sequels. I think that they're just saying standalone is in like not part of.
Maybe. That's what I'm
can't.
guessing. I have
So they're
no
not
idea.
gonna do Spider-Man 3, which was supposed to be with Andrew Garfield.
Maybe
and-
because Andrew and Emma broke up.
Did
Well,
they?
no, because Emma dies in the second one. She dies in it.
Wait,
Uh-oh.
they broke up?
Spoilers
Yeah, they
and
broke
drama.
up.
In
the
real
same
life?
segment.
Yeah, they
What?
broke up. Yeah.
She's like, whatever, my ship is canon. I know you. I know
We don't need to
you.
go into that.
Uh-huh.
All right, next piece of news. Which is that Chris Evans and Jeremy Renner apologized for the comments they made about Black Widow and Scarlett Johansson, which, if you guys don't know, was an interviewer asked Jeremy Renner and Chris Evans about Scarlett Johansson's promiscuity. Is that how you say that word?
Yeah.
And they responded saying, oh yeah, she's like such a slut, what a whore. Both of them said these things. And then they issued an apology. Jeremy Renner sent this statement to USA Today. He says, I'm sorry this was a tasteless joke about a fictional character that offended anyone. It was not meant to be serious in any way, just poking fun during an exhausting and tedious press tour. to Jeremy Renner saying, "I'm not sorry. You guys shouldn't be offended."
He said he also said, in addition to the slut comment, that was actually people really was where he said, well, she has a fake leg anyway. That was like the other like 1-2 like punch like that's what like
sexism, ableism,
yeah, just like well, she has a fake leg anyway. I'm like, what does that mean, Jeremy Renner? Like.
Just close your mouth. Just
read Chris Evans.
Okay, let's
like really nice apology.
Okay, and here's Chris Evans' apology.
Sorry.
Yesterday, we were asked about the rumors that Black Widow wanted to be in a relationship with both Hawkeye and Captain America. We answered in a juvenile and offensive way that rightfully angered some fans. I regret it and sincerely apologized.
That's such a good apology.
There you go. There's no excuses or backhandedness in there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Jeremy Renner's like, "Fuck y'all. I do what I want."
Yep.
Yeah.
So, don't do that, Jeremy Renner. Just don't speak, I think.
Yeah,
would be for the best.
Except when you're in character.
I think it's just
Maya and I have some different ideas.
We have different ideas.
All right,
I understood that it was coming. I think it's poor choice of words because, of course, like Natasha isn't a slut, and whoever she wants to be with does not matter.
Yeah, how about someone chime in about like Tony's
affairs?
Yeah.
Of one?
And lifestyle.
Pre-Pepper, of course, yeah. Playboy, philanthropist, whatever.
Yeah. He gets to be a playboy and she gets to be a slut.
Yeah. So, like, it was weird because when she was just like, yeah, she's just getting, like, the interview was like, yeah, she's just being linked into these romances with all these people. Like, what do you think? And, like, it's just, like, a weird, like, setup. I mean, I think it was very sarcastically done. Of course, it's bros being bros. I don't think that they should have said those words, of course. I don't think it's, like, nice. And especially, like, slut, like, I don't know. I feel like whore is a really, like a worse word than, like, slut that I feel like. Because I've heard, I don't know, slut's been just, like... Whore is pretty harsh. But at least they apologize. Well, Jeremy half apologized.
Sorry, you guys are crying.
Sorry, I'm feeling tired.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't thought that whole, like, the question was, like, inappropriate, because why would you ask, like, oh, she's being linked, like, as a woman interviewer, this is a woman who was interviewing her, like, interviewing them and saying, like, oh, so she's romantically, involved with, all, like, supposedly all of you, like, what the fuck, like, you know, like, she should have picked the, like, better, I mean, like, I don't want to put, like, blame because they answered it, and that's how they answered it. But also, think about your fucking questions. Like, why would you say, like, ask that? Like, you know, so.
Rosie,
maybe
how do you
we don't
feel?
have that different views. I mean, I
came across.
I also think it was obviously a joke. Like, they're laughing, joking around, being bros, whatever. But it was just not funny.
Yeah.
And it was offensive. So, good that they acknowledged that, sort of. Chris Evans did. I didn't do anything wrong. You were just offended. What? But
just about a fictional character.
Renner acknowledged that Chris acknowledged it.
Chris acknowledged. So.
Yeah.
I wonder if, not to harp on this much longer, but I wonder if they were kind of being, like, sarcastic about it because the interviewer asked such a leading question.
Yeah.
Because, like, I could see, like, being like, oh, she gets around, like, she kisses 2 people, and they're like, oh, yeah, what a slut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a whore.
It was sort of how it was, like, the video was sort of like that because, like, she sets it up, like, in that kind of way. But, of course, just, like...
Yeah, it's not trying to excuse it, and I still think Jeremy Renner could have done a nice apology at least.
Yeah,
but.
I'm like, just like, you know, I'm just making fun of fictional characters, guys. That's Jeremy Renner's accent for me.
It's just like, I don't know. I feel like it's, you know, we can joke about that stuff, but when two
That's
white
our word.
like, it's just, and we're like reclaiming it and...
Because she couldn't, like, she wouldn't ask, you know, of course she wouldn't ask Scarlett Johansson this question. Like, you know, she wouldn't ask, like, so you've been romantic. She probably would, actually.
Yeah,
like, people
but they
would
wouldn't
actually.
ask the male character. They wouldn't ask her about the male characters.
Male character. Just like, well, you've been getting around. So I feel like
you asked Tony about, like, so your character's so complex and, like, just so deep.
I know Cosmopolitan changed it, and was since Mark Ruffalo and Scarlett Johansson are together. Mark Ruffalo during the Cosmopolitan interview was asked all the sexist questions. And Scarlett just sat there. I feel like you put this on Mark Ruffalo. He's like the nicest guy ever, and you don't even put it on Jeremy Renner to do it because like Mark Ruffalo said.
I had to do it with whoever was paired with Scarlett.
He's a
Max,
pretty good sport about it, though.
Yeah, he is.
any opinions on this apology or?
The apology, I don't know. I agree with everything that's been said before. Yeah, I don't know that I have that much to add.
Right. Just wanted to see if we could sneak the male perspective.
Oh,
Our chickadee.
clearly these comments were blown out of just two guys, just shooting the shit.
This is great. Wow.
So funny.
I love it. All right, let's move on
You
to
ask about a girl kissing two guys, like, come on, you're gonna get an honest answer. Hey.
Well said.
Thank you.
Hey.
All right,
Bra.
next piece of
Bra.
white males being disappointing news.
He's always been disappointing. I know.
Netflix defends Adam Sandler's satire after Native American actors walk off set over the script. So, Adam Sandler's movie, The Ridiculous Six, which I had never heard of before this.
Yeah.
I only released on Netflix, I guess, a comedy, of course.
It's going to.
It's going to be released.
Yeah,
okay.
It's still in production.
A dozen Native American actors walked off the New Mexico set on Wednesday over depictions in the script.
Also, the cultural sensitivity coordinator,
Yeah.
too. So that should be a tip-off. Sorry, it didn't mean to.
Oh no, please keep talking while I actually read this article for the first time.
So they said that this is Native women. It was insulting to Native women, elders, and grossly misinterpreted the Apache culture. And then
Netflix says, thank you, Maya, says today that that's what Ridiculous Six is supposed to be about. They say, the movie has ridiculous in the title for a reason, because it's ridiculous, said a spokesperson.
Now, have you guys seen the pictures that are leaked from the production?
No, are they bad?
They're really bad. Adam
that's
Sandler dressed as a Native American
Oh, God.
like in a wig, and there's also one of the comments that was cited as being like particularly incendiary, that sort of precipitated all of these cast members and extras leaving, was the name of one of the characters was supposed to be like beaver pissing or something.
yeah, they were changing all the names of the characters. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously to mock American Indian culture, but also the woman that plays, quote, the character beaver pissing or whatever her name is actually herself white.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, they said that like they had to make the Native American women like pee, like stand up and pretend to pee, and like all these like really bad things, because they had I read this like Native American news thing about like someone going in to see about like representation of Native American characters, like a college student just like went in and said it was like the worst thing, and like was crying about it and like really in tears because they're like, it's a comedy, like this is what it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
In
take
conversations with the producers.
Yeah, the producers. That's.
And it just really bothers me what it says that, the production team felt it necessary to hire, American Indians to act basically as window dressing for white people,
Doing
in feathered headdresses and something, the people center stage are not themselves American Indians.
I feel like they probably did it because to so that they could, when people complained about the movie, they'd be like, hey, it's the Native American actors doing it, like,
or like when Johnny
we're in on
Depp was
it.
like, oh, I'm 1/8, whatever.
Yeah, trying to justify.
He got permission. At least he was like, he went into the Apache thing. He was like, I'm gonna get it. And the Apaches were like, okay.
He took out his wallet, and
yeah,
they were
he was like,
okay.
and they were like, okay. At least he was like the only one. But yeah, he was also like, I'm 1/8, of course. And like, I can do it. I'm like, nah, dude. Like,
and I think the Netflix's kind of justification is, it's just something that we're talking about all the time, like the idea of satire and who are you satirizing and who is getting hurt from this. And I think Netflix just isn't really thinking about that. And then the other point of like your intention versus your impact and what people actually feel about it. So does it matter if your intentions are good if people are still seeing it as negative thing.
They literally walked off set.
Yeah,
like, that's not...
Something is wrong.
Yeah.
You need to fix it.
Yeah, he says, like, again, it's also, like, says, it's a broad satire of Western movies and the stereotypes they popularize, featuring a diverse cast that is not only a part of, but in on the joke, and that's what this, the rest of the spokesman.
Except they're not.
Yeah, it's the thing about, like, when you're doing satire, you're punching up and not punching down.
Exactly,
And they were definitely punching down if they're making people either pretend that they're Native Americans and doing awful things, or Native Americans are doing, like, the bad things.
I think that's a really good point, but what about free speech? Like, that's usually
Oh, man. I got so scared when I heard that, but I was like, what's Max going to say?
We're gonna comment, like, secretly, like, we just don't like Max.
Wow. Amazing. All right, next piece of news. Avengers 2 Age of Ultron dominated almost every country this weekend. Hasn't come out in the US yet, but it's been released in the UK, China, Korea, Germany, a bunch of movies, and it's pulled in 16 to 17 million dollars this weekend, bringing its domestic total. That doesn't make sense to me.
So
What? Oh, Furious 7. Never mind. What is this article talking about?
It earned at the end update, where it says update.
Oh,
Where do you
forget those numbers I just said. So Age of Ultron ended the weekend with 201 million total,
Damn.
all from foreign box office. So
That's
just
where the
wait.
money is.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I was gonna say just wait till America this weekend, but no.
It's usually that's like I think Marvel. I don't think Marvel started it, but definitely it was like a whole thing where Marvel was like, we're gonna put our films out first in other countries because either to like rally up people to see it, but also just like money, because they're like, we know they'd like it, and we know it's, even though it could kind of be bad because they can.
So they're
be,
not
like,
getting the
pirating.
bootleg from America.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So they like put it out
Okay.
first a week early. Week early.
There's really fascinating stories actually about how I think Iron Man 3 or something had an entirely like different subplot involving, you know, Chinese doctors and everything that they shot exclusively for China.
Yeah.
Oh.
X-Men did that too with
Japan.
the actress
right.
Fa Bingbing or Fan Bingbing, where they put her in more of like the X-Men movie in China to bring in the Chinese audience, and also Transformers 3 moved it from Chicago to Hong Kong, destroying Hong Kong, which was like, we love people seeing like robots destroying our city. It makes us feel like we relate to this situation, and they like destroyed.
We love representation.
We love representation. Oh God!
Thank you for the small kernel.
Thanks for destroying our city.
God.
So, yeah, it's like an interesting thing of how they're trying to like put in more, you know, box office for China, because like by putting, but the thing is like I wish these were also like for the American audience, because American audience gonna learn, like they need to learn, like
some of the Chinese American audience also might appreciate it.
Yeah, the Chinese American audience would be like awesome.
All right. Well, we will review Avengers for you guys next week.
Yeah.
Oh, you got something?
Well, I have a question. Am I the only one who sort of jumped the gun and read in a review of Avengers?
Oh, I haven't.
Yeah, I
I haven't done
No.
that.
I went ahead and spoiled it for myself.
Oh no.
Is it good?
What? Don't tell us.
No. He knows.
All right. Don't look at Max, or his expressions will
That's
reveal
right.
We're
something.
going together. Well, I'm going on Thursday.
We're
and
going
I'm
on Friday.
again on Friday.
Oh, yay!
Yeah.
Thank you.
When are you gonna see
It's not
it?
for you. I want to see it
Thursday?
twice.
I don't know.
You should see it Friday with us.
Yeah. You want to
Will I
come?
be back?
Where are you going?
Oh, you mean, are we gonna kill you?
If you want to come and like review it with us, you can. But I mean, like, give us the male perspective.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
It's really good.
You guys don't know the layers. Like,
Yes.
God. All right. Next
So
piece
much
of
meaning.
news: Jared Leto's Joker look has been officially revealed for the movie coming up, Suicide Squad. So, if listeners, if you guys want to click on this link and check out these pictures of Jared Leto as the Joker, they're pretty scary. I don't know.
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty.
There's more. Oh god.
This one, the one where he's like holding his head with the
second
teeth.
one.
That's my
Yeah.
fave.
He gets like a damaged on the top of his forehead.
Wow.
That's a little much. The
That's
damage.
a middle school emo
That's
bullshit.
I like these ha 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 tattoos though.
Yeah, I actually do like
Yeah,
that.
that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, this teeth is disgusting. Like, this is I'm glad. I'm, like, interested in this, like, newer, like, different version of Joker. Like, I wonder what this Joker is going to be about. I don't know a lot of things about the Suicide Squad, but this Joker seems kind of, like, fun and entertaining. And
Yeah.
like, it's different. Like, I like the Heath
Mhm.
Ledger version of the Joker, because he was fun and entertaining, but in, like a deep, like, the dark world of Batman. But this is going to definitely be more of, I don't know if it's going to be on the same grounds of, like, how Guardians of the Galaxy is, but it seems like it looks like it's in that kind of format.
Mm-hmm.
I guess people are saying this is like a really radical take on the Joker. It's very different from like the comic book canon look. With the tattoos and the bleached skin. I don't know much about comic book canon Joker, but I don't know. It looks good to me.
I think it's a pretty interesting medley of different, the different Jokers that we've seen. I will be very interested to see his character. Definitely, I wonder if it's going to be a little bit more like darkly humorous, whereas Heath Ledger's was, disturbing and like a sort of sociopathic. Or I suspect. I wonder if this is going to be so over the top as to border on the comedic.
Yeah.
Now, is there going to be a Joker in Batman versus Superman?
No.
No Joker in that.
Lex Luthor.
Oh, yeah.
Lex Luthor, right? Jesse?
We saw the video.
I'm
we were
disowned him.
You've disowned him. Why?
I haven't disowned him, but he's on his own now.
I love this comment by
Because of that horrible interview.
by Xander, which is like, so they're going for the Marilyn Manson look? Why? Why should we care? Why bother with the source figure? Why uphold the integrity of it? Why try so damn hard to be different and in the process make something that barely resembles anything close to the original character? Why? Thanks, Xander. 14 hours ago with this comment.
Xander from Buffy would comment on that. Wow. All right.
So funny.
Anything else to add on Jared Leto Joker? All right. Next piece of news, another first look at a superhero look.
So much.
Ryan Reynolds tweeted a picture of him on set at Deadpool. He's very bloody. So we can guess that the Deadpool movie is going to be quite graphic.
He's really thin and looks tired.
Yeah, he does. Look very tired.
Tired, baby.
Get some sleep, Ryan.
I know.
Look at those. Look at those circles.
Hopefully this Deadpool movie is going to be really good. He seems like he's going to be a really good part of it, but it's just like, everyone's like wondering because he did the Green Lantern was so bad, and everyone's just
That's not. I don't know if that was his fault. I don't think the acting was the best.
People didn't like him as acting as Green Lantern.
The script was
bad. The script was real bad, but also, and like the visuals was also really bad too. But like, I don't know. I don't think anyone really liked him as Green Lantern, even with all that like nonsense. But
I don't know.
I think it's really funny that he's like switched comic book universes.
3.
Yeah, just like Chris Evans.
He did Gambit. Is it an X-Men? He played X-Men Origins Wolverine?
Yeah.
He was in that movie as I don't know if he was
like
Deadpool
his
in that
cousin
one
or something.
I don't know if he was Deadpool in that one. But
no, they had Deadpool in the other X-Men, but it wasn't Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know I forgot what Ryan Reynolds was, but he was in that one, and then he was in Green Lantern, and then he's the...
So maybe Deadpool is like the perfect character for him, because
Yeah.
Deadpool is just a mercenary.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds just doesn't.
You can be sarcastic.
care.
Yeah, like...
Where's the paycheck?
Yeah.
I'll go there.
Deadpool. I don't know much about Deadpool, but his
paycheck.
character is like that he has like brain damage, right? And he just says like weird things all the time.
I know he's just always like asking for like weird, stuff. Like,
Okay.
he'll be like, oh, I'm just gonna eat a Twinkie while I fight these bad guys or something. I don't know.
I'm excited. I'll see that. All right, last piece of news. What's new on Netflix? May 2015. So we've got some good things coming up. Legally Blonde is coming.
Yes, both.
Classic, both. Okay, well, the second one doesn't really matter. I don't know, Beyond Clueless. Is that a Clueless sequel?
I don't know.
Anything else good that you guys were seeing?
I'm really
Yeah.
pulling for Leapfrog Letter Factory Adventures.
Tyler Perry's Madea Christmas is coming out.
All right.
Oh, you were excited about Girlhood, right?
For-
Yeah,
Yes,
Girlhood, the
yeah.
movie Girlhood is gonna be out, which is a movie that came out about like the past year, which is about like it's about an all black female like group of girls from France.
That's awesome.
And it's just like it's named Girlhood in the English one.
And Inglourious Basterds.
Fruitvale Station.
Box Trolls. Welcome to the Punch.
So we got some good stuff coming up.
Yeah.
Listeners, scroll through, see what you need to watch.
Fruitvale Station. Wait, I thought that was already on there.
I said that like 3 times.
Well, it's a good movie.
It's a great movie.
Oh, the Shameless. Shameless's season 10 is being... Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't even read up there.
Yeah.
All right, some good stuff coming. Check it out. All right, that wraps up news section with the male perspective. So good.
You're welcome. You're welcome,
So
world.
good.
I know you were wondering.
So now it's time for Trailer Trash Talk.
Trailer Trash Talk.
Trailer Trash Talk.
So we have a great... This trailer came out on Monday, the day when we put out...
And we purposely didn't watch it.
Did not watch it.
So we could have
Reveal
fresh
it. What's the
reactions.
trailer?
So we're watching Fantastic
Wow.
Four...
Okay, we had a great reveal going on there.
I know, jeez.
Okay.
Fantastic Four trailer with Miles Teller, Michael B. Jordan, Kate Mara, some other guy who's playing the thing.
All right, so listeners, find the link, pull it up, cue it up. Okay, did we explain this to you, Max?
No.
So we watch a trailer live and we just kind of like react to it.
Oh, okay.
Anything
like
you-
Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
But like much shorter.
Wait, I didn't tell them you hit play. Okay,
didn't-
Maya
oh,
hit play
shit.
already.
We gave you 6 years and millions of dollars, and you gave us nothing. What's different now?
Fucked up.
Oh,
Oh, it
right.
is. Oh, I forgot.
This is our chance to learn more about our planet and maybe even save it.
Miles Teller,
Miles Teller
right?
with glasses.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in House of Cards.
Just want
Yes.
my work to make a difference.
How old is he supposed to
This
be?
guy doesn't take orders well. especially
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan.
orders
From Fruitvale Station to what's his character?
Oh, him too. I know.
Him and Torch.
Human Torch.
That's-
And he's gonna be...
Is that like the Billy Elliot kid?
What you created here is incredible.
So good.
You guys sure you're in the best shape to be doing this? Yeah. They just cracked interdimensional.
Oh, Miles Teller and Michael B. Jordan were already in a movie together.
What were they?
The awkward moment.
Yeah.
Oh. So they...
Oh, they go to space?
They go to space.
They always go to space.
That's what happens in the Origin story.
I'm just tired of superhero movies about space.
What are you talking about? What's happening to them?
I never saw the first one.
Oh.
And survive.
Oh,
Unique.
Oh my god.
Just want to fix my friends. You can't fix this.
wow, interesting.
You should use these powers to help people.
That's a novel thought.
Okay, one thought. The second thought is we should just destroy the world.
Think about what's coming.
It's just so unfair. The different powers. Like, some of them are so
I
good.
know.
And then there's just...
Someone's gonna have to explain to me the 4 powers when the trailer's over.
Oh, look at him fly.
Wait, you never
That
saw
show
the...
looks so good in this
Mm-mm.
Oh, that
movie.
movie was so bad. Why would you watch it?
What? Which one?
The original Fantastic
The Silver
Four
Surfer
movie.
is actually one of my
It's
favorites.
so fun, though.
Oh shit.
No, the first one is kind of bad, but the second one is just kind of fun.
I didn't even know they made 2.
It comes.
Yeah. Wait, who, like, couldn't remember the villain for the second movie?
Wasn't it the Silver Surfer?
That was Galactus, wasn't it?
No. It was just like a Silver Surfer
Or the
and then
first
someone.
movie. Who was the first movie then?
Doctor Doom?
Maybe a little less.
I think it was Chris Evans who couldn't remember
We're
it.
no longer talking about this trailer.
Anyway, what do you guys
That didn't...
That looks good. I like Miles Teller. I like Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, and I like the little bits of humor.
Yeah. I think Kate Mara as Sue Storm
Oh, Kate Mara.
is gonna have more. Well, she was also in House of Cards too, but like also have more agency than Jessica Alba did. I feel like they put Jessica Alba there as like
Love interest.
love interest and pretty,
Yeah.
and she was smart, but like I would not know like how like
Yeah.
smart she was since she was like being fought over by one of the rich dudes. I
Yeah.
forgot the guy who becomes Doctor Doom, and then
Yeah.
Mr. Fantastic. So so Anna wants to know what the powers are. So Mr. Fantastic can stretch.
Okay.
Human Torch, fire.
Mm-hmm.
Sue Storm is the invisible woman, so she does invisible, and then force field. And then
Yeah, stretching's pretty lame.
Flame on! I wonder if he's gonna do
and the
that.
thing is the thing, and he says, what is his like catch line? He's like, it's clobbering time.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll see it. I think it looks good. I'm wondering if maybe we shouldn't do the next trailer just because we're kind of behind on time.
Yeah, we can go.
Move on to box office update from Rosie.
So, number 1, 4th week in a row, Furious 7. Yeah, so weekend gross $18.2 million, which brings its total to $320.5. Wow.
But say goodbye to that number 1 spot this weekend.
Yeah, probably. Because Avengers is going to knock it out. We'll see.
I'm sure it will.
I mean, yeah. It's going to. Let's be real. Okay, so number 2 is Paul Blart. Paul Blart. Paul
that
Blart
movie.
Mall Cop 2 with $15.5 million. It's only its second week on. Interesting. Yeah, and it's down 34%, which isn't surprising. Number 3 is The Age of Adeline,
I think.
Oh yeah, Adeline.
What's that one about?
Girl gets in car crash, lives forever.
All right.
Succinct. Yep. Yeah. So it comes in at $13.3 million, and it's also its first week. And 4 is Home.
Hanging in there.
With $8.3 million, down 21%. Its total gross is $153.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Good job, Home. I'm as much as I didn't like it, I'm really glad that it's still in the top
I don't think
5.
it's doing any harm.
Yeah.
No.
I just think it could have been better.
Yeah, definitely. And rounding out the top 5 is Unfriended with $6.2 million. Oh, so this is the horror film about like technology and everything's filmed on Skype or something.
I'm really excited by that movie. I haven't seen it, but I think
Have you seen the
Sounds like
trailer for
horror.
it?
Max showed me this interesting article about it. It does sound kind of cool, actually.
Have you seen the trailer for it? It's
No.
pretty scary, and people made really great parodies of that trailer.
I bet.
Well, guys, put your hands up! Put your hands up! Like who's controlling it? And then it'll be like something out, like random. It's so funny.
I think Unfriended is probably gonna get bumped next week or this weekend.
Look at Ex Machina. It went up. Was just number 6, but it was like up 581%.
Oh my god!
It like added its theater count for like from 30 to 1,200.
Do you have the coming soon pulled up? I forgot to put the link in there.
Basically, everything is not relevant besides
Avengers. So coming soon.
like everything I'm like,
coming soon is the Avengers. All right. Well, I think that takes us to our next segment. You ready?
See
Wasted. Every time. Oh, the more uncomfortable you guys are, I feed on it. I feed on the uncomfortableness.
What?
All right, synopsis of this week's movie from Maya.
Max brings out his notes.
Yeah.
He's like from under his desk.
I took very detailed notes.
On the candy bar box, right?
And my ticket stub too.
Nice.
Aw.
I write small.
All right. So Woman in Gold, starring Helen Mirren, Ryan Reynolds, Daniel Bruhl. And a bunch of other and Katie Holmes.
Yeah, surprise Katie Holmes.
So this is a story about Maria Altman, who is a Jewish refugee that came to America, takes on the Austrian government to recover artwork she believes that rightfully belongs to her family, with the help of Ryan Reynolds, who plays an Austrian lawyer, not like an Austrian lawyer, but like an American. Who had Austrian roots. Okay.
Now that we've lost our American Austrian view, I can call them
damn it!
viewers.
First John Green, then the Austrian Americans.
Don't forget when you did your Latina accent.
Oh god.
I remember that one.
Let's bury that. Bury that.
Sorry guys, this is not as feminist as I wanted to be.
Your feminism is intersectional.
Okay. So, who wants to go?
Yeah,
I will go? Okay. So, Woman in Gold. I thought it was a very nice movie. I thought it was good.
Wholesome.
Wholesome.
Sorry.
I thought it was very classically edited. If it was nothing sparked the cinematography any different. It wasn't. I felt like it was a good standard story, and I liked it a lot. Helen Mirren, I think, Helen Mirren and her cast as her younger Tatiana Maslany, who plays the Orphan Black, were the best.
Yeah,
I bet.
I thought Helen Mirren did very good in this role. She was definitely strong held, and Ryan kept up sometimes. I thought he did a pretty good job, as this. Okay, him playing this lawyer. The lawyer is way uglier than with Ryan. So Ryan is giving him a bump up, Ryan's and they try to ugly Ryan, and I was like, it's not working. Anyway, what are the I thought it was good. Some parts. I actually got really, really invested in a lot of the old backstory that was going to the past, but sometimes when they reverted, this always happens with movies that go from the past to the present. I don't like the present as much, and every time it keeps getting longer and longer, and they keep, and especially when they stop going to the past. And, especially the last, I would say 30 minutes, I think they could have cut, and it would have just ended in a certain way. Or, just succinct, because a lot of it was montage, and my favorite was him drinking water while typing on the computer as a montage sequence. And, these random montages that were happening because they're trying to find information that I feel like didn't need to be there and could have just completely started skipping way more than they could have done montages. And I think if it was shorter, it would have made it more impactful for its... So overall, yeah, I thought it was nice. I don't think I was this is the most amazing film ever. Watch out, Oscar season. I'm super pumped. But I thought it was a very nice movie, and and Helen Mirren rocks as always. So I'll give it a low C.
Low C.
Yeah, I think it was very important. With Nazis fucked up a lot of people and their artwork and their money situations and stuff like that. So, and they're just, what, Max? Is that funny to you? Is that funny to you that the Nazis fucked up a lot of people?
No, just the way that you said it.
I know. It's really. There was
and the money situation.
Rosie and I pointed out that the guy that came in the middle after Helen gives out her first speech about getting to what's rightfully hers back, and the guy goes, "Oh, nice speech." But nothing. He says what is it?
Why do you have to make everything about the Holocaust?
Why does everything have to be about the Holocaust? It's not anything about the Holocaust. I was like, oh my god! I was Rosie and I go, oh, he's an asshole.
Wow.
So anyway,
Rosie or Max, wanna jump in?
Sure. Yeah, I agree with a lot of what Maya said. It wasn't, a fantastic movie. I didn't come out of it being completely blown away or anything. But I cried a lot. I did. I admit it. Well, no, you turned to me in the middle and you're like, "Are you crying?" I was like, "I've been crying this whole time."
I've heard you cry, but I did not. I just then I just had. It was the right point to ask you, "Are you crying?" You were crying for at least 30 more minutes before that. Before I asked you,
total
it was an hour. Total cry was an hour. I would think.
Yeah.
Accurate.
It's accurate. Okay, it was touching, okay?
I'm crying now.
Especially the flashback scenes. Those were the ones that really got me. When she's saying she's about to leave for Cologne with her husband, and she has to say goodbye to her parents and leave them in Nazi-occupied Vienna. So it's it was sad and moving, and oh god, I just thought the painting is gorgeous, and just their whole apartment was beautiful. The set decoration was gorgeous, and then the music was great, and I agree with a lot of what you said about the acting, and Ryan Reynolds was fine. I think they could have gotten 20 people to play his part easily. But yeah, and Helen Mirren was great, and Tatiana Maslany was great, and what else? Oh, Vienna. Just the shots of Vienna were great too, and it made me want to go there. And I was sad that I didn't while I was abroad in London, but I'll get there one day.
Yeah, you will.
And
I believe in you.
I liked that it was a true story, and it didn't feel emotionally manipulative in a way that Hollywood true stories sometimes do.
Mhm.
It didn't feel like it was compromising anything to make it.
Mm.
And and I liked the relationship between Helen Mirren's character and Ryan Reynolds' character because they have a little emotional arc there where they start out and they're just kind of bickering and they can't get along, and then they come to love each other, and it's a cute like mother-son relationship or grandma-son relationship. I don't really know.
Yeah.
Helen Mirren's
Poor
hard to
Helen.
please. I mean that's a good thing because she could be his mother. She looks good for her age, whatever that is. I think that was all I had to say.
See, wait, or skip?
Oh yeah. I always forget to do that. I would say low C.
Low C.
Yeah.
Catch it if you can. All right, cool. Max?
Yeah, Rosie and Maya, I think you brought up like a lot of the points that I would have made. I thought it was a very good film. Like I enjoyed it, although it wasn't necessarily the kind of movie that I would choose to watch. It reminded me a lot. This came out a year or two ago. Have you guys seen Philomena?
Oh,
no.
Philomena,
But I remember
that's
my dad
my mom and
about
sister,
it.
they saw it, and it's like that warming, like.
Well,
it's also like that.
No, it's like the nun.
Well, it's
or
sad.
something
It's really
who
sad.
Has an gives away her. You know what it is.
I mean,
So you should
it's kind of like
guess.
like to summarize in like the most just worst way possible. It's like it's kind of like old people reflecting on tragic histories and trying to come to terms with that, and then a sort of young investigator tries to seek justice for them. And whereas I thought that Philomena was like very contrived and emotionally manipulative in a way that didn't really resonate for me. I didn't think it really had the substance or the chops to really play with the subject matter that they were going into, which was pretty serious stuff. I thought that this movie, Woman in Gold, handled it a lot better. Even though, as we all said, it's not a perfect movie. I thought like the thematic elements. I thought a lot of the character relationships were kind of underdeveloped. I thought for the first third of the movie, there's when they cut back to scenes of preoccupied Austria. There's this. We're supposed to be filled with the sort of prevailing sense of like impending doom, and I wasn't feeling it.
Yeah,
there's all these really kind of claustrophobic, really intimate shots of family members. And it loses some of that context for me. So, and that changes, of course, when the Nazis roll into Austria and you see, swastikas and banners and people throwing flowers and things. And that's really where it started to resonate.
Yeah.
But then, Maya, what you were saying about how the cuts, Helen Mirren remembering these sequences, these memories. Those were handled really well, but the cut back was so abrupt and so jarring. It's like, well, I haven't had time to process these feelings right now.
Yeah.
I thought that was less great. But one thing I really do have to give it props for is like its commitment to representing Jewish family and just like. The thing that like I almost laughed, and this is a nearly empty movie theater full of like old people that were sort of we're like, what's going on? What happened? Shh, if you just hush and watch the movie, you'll find it's just pay attention. What's happening? Like, who is that? It's her sister. Actually, it wasn't her sister. It was her aunt. It's totally unrelated. Yeah. There's this scene where. Ryan Reynolds' character is in the Supreme Court, and Helen Mirren. They all stand for the justices to walk. Or no, it's not. It's the Supreme Court. It's some other court.
Yeah, the lower one.
Yeah, the Court of Appeal. Or who knows? Yeah. Okay, and Helen Mirren's character like starts brushing his shirt off with a napkin, and I was like, that is something exactly my mom would do. My mom. This is funny. This is maybe too personal on the side. I'm trying to get a job interview. With someone, I hope they're not listening.
Doubt it.
And my mom was like, "Okay, you're not flying out to DC or anything, so like push for a Skype call." And Max, remember, dressed like it's an interview when you have this Skype call. I'm like, Mom? Are you serious? You think I'm not going to put on a shirt when I talk? Mom! Get out of my room!
Beautiful.
So I thought that was pretty interesting. But, I mean, and this is another of the metrics I use when I'm judging films. I checked my phone like 2 or 3 times during the course. I thought it was a really long runtime.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
I mean, I felt like right when they started doing the lawyer, like once it got really lawyerly, like jargon, when she was like, enough, like that was the first time she said enough.
Yeah.
They came back and just like him, when he decided to pursue it on his own, it all of a sudden just felt like,
That's so interesting.
My butt hurt.
I usually am like, okay, how much longer?
Mm-hmm.
But in this one, I was like so riveted.
You're probably crying.
Shut up!
Because
your tears blinded you to the imperfections.
I was actually
It's not my fault. You're more emotionally stunted than me.
It's okay. It's like,
wow, this podcast is getting shady.
Shady as fuck.
So,
Max, see wait or skip.
No. This is my final note. I would say, if you were going to see it, really the only reason to see it in theaters are the magnificent shots of the camera pans over the Klimt paintings, which are, I mean, you can tell that like whoever made this film just had the biggest crush on Klimt and this painting. I was going to say boner, but that's such a dude bro thing to say. No boners. Yeah, so those shots are really great, and it really was interesting and cool to see it on the big screen. So I would see like I would give the lowest C possible, probably just
C minus.
It was good for like $4, you know.
Yeah.
For $4. Did you see it for $4 or was it $6?
It was $6.25 with my Sour Patch watermelon candy.
Oh, should have got
splurged and got the Sour Patch.
Wait, I have a question. What was the point of his grandfather being a famous musician?
That's the truth.
I think because it's like he.
Like
in
the
Austria.
actual.
Yeah,
that
the actual
was
guy is
real.
the
Oh,
guy is
okay.
real too. So like it's like his
The
roots.
truth.
Yeah, that was so. Wow.
Yeah,
Is this
so it's
the
like he's
truth,
really
Rosie?
Yeah, that's why he got really emotional over the Holocaust memorial because he had family roots in Austria.
Yeah, no, I got that.
So yeah, that's.
was-
Oh, you just want to know if he was
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought, three things. 2 things mostly. One was, I thought, like, the use of, like, I just was thinking of it was, Katie Holmes' character, I just didn't feel like when his family life was, like, I wanted to be more important than what you gave its handle, because Katie Holmes popped up, and then...
like, just stuck in there.
Yeah, it was like, we're having another baby. I was like, when did this happen? Because I feel like there would have been a scene where she would have been like, I'm pregnant, and then they would have had, like, a freak out about it, but she's like, we're pregnant again, and then the, like, baby was coming. And then the second one was, I wish the sister was shown, like, more, or said more role, because they were always talking about the sister, and also the husband. I was thinking, like, the husband, too, because I was like, where did the husband go? Did he die?
Yeah.
Did he, like, did he just, like, it's like,
I wanted to say I love the little moments of, I was telling you when we walked out, so, there's this whole long sequence where, in the flashback where Tatiana Maslany and her husband are trying to escape from the Nazis who are chasing them, and they have to get on a plane, and there are just these little moments of, like, some people who are trying to aid the Nazis who are like, oh yeah, they went that way, and then there's one moment where the lady is just, like, hanging her linens, and they run up to her, and she's like, go that way, and then the Nazis come, and she's like, no, they went that way.
Yeah.
And it's like, I just thought it was so great, because to see the little moments of courage that people have, and it provides you with hope, I think, and humanity.
That's true, but actually one of the things I really appreciated about this movie, and maybe I've just spent too much time on the internet and hearing people say, like, not all Germans were Nazis, like, not everyone believed that shit, I'm not even going to talk about it, but just, like, the major theme of the movie was, like, historically speaking, people have been shitty, and just, like, embrace shitty ideologies and use that to justify just doing shitty things.
Yeah, and like how the Austrian government, because this was set not in present day, like it was set modern day, but it was like 1998 Los Angeles. So you obviously knew by the car he was driving and the phone he had with Ryan Reynolds. It's like Los Angeles, 1998. But like they were saying, it's 50 years ago that this was happening. Like, you know, and so these people a lot of them were young and they were compliant with like what's going on in their country, and for them to say like at the end, like, you know, yeah, we really we want to do this art restoration thing, but of course this was just a PR move,
yeah,
and we really don't care. Like, we've moved on, but it's so, and like, yeah, not everything's about the Holocaust, but like it was so rooted in like what they're like, how they built their country from then on, and like who's like, because they said at the like end 100,000 pieces of art have been stolen by the Nazis and not returned to their like original owners because of, you know, everything. So just like, no, you gotta fix shit. But yeah.
I did not see this film because I'm trash.
Anna's trash.
Anna's trash.
I'm working on a
Canon.
It's canon. It's true. Put me in the garbage. Where I belong.
You took that picture. You're hipster trash.
Oh yeah. Did you show that to Rosie?
That was so good.
So good. Yeah. All right. Any final thoughts on The Woman in Gold?
Nice
Glimpse of the
film.
painting was really nice.
Yeah.
Apparently, my dad said it's not getting good reviews.
Really?
Yeah, it has like a 53% on Rotten Tomatoes. I was trying to look up like what's people's, and it was basically like, it's nice, like, but what's the deep, you know, like really moving, you know, it's a nice Harvey Weinstein backed film. Like,
yeah, is it doing anything revolutionary? No,
but it's nice.
Nice film.
And I'm glad that I spent, you know, like $4. I feel like I'm not going to be too.
You're not
upset.
regretting it.
I'm not
Listeners,
regretting
if
anything.
you cannot see it for $4.
Yeah.
If you have to see it, don't
wouldn't
see it for
see it
$15.
in New York, I'm not.
Yeah, I don't think I would see it. Netflix would, like Redbox, when your mom's like, let's watch something, it's a rainy day, and it comes, and like you go to Redbox, or...
I don't know why
I don't know
New
what that
Yorkers
is.
see any movies, to be honest. Which movie is worth $15? I don't know.
Well, that's why
Avengers.
I go in the mornings.
Yeah.
It's $8.
That's gonna be me. All right. Any campus events coming up? I have one.
Rocky Horror Picture Show is on Friday.
It is?
Yes.
I didn't even know that.
That's
At midnight? At the Apollo. All right.
Yeah.
Dress up. Do you get a discount if you dress up?
Yes, but it's $6 regular, but I think there's a discount if you do dress up. I don't know what the discount is.
I don't.
You guys going?
No.
All right.
I don't
Me
think
neither.
so.
But listeners, you go for it.
Yeah, it
You've
was
never
fun.
been.
You know, it's a long movie. I got work.
I got shit to do. So.
Got shit to do.
All right. I have one coming up Saturday, May 2nd at 4:30. I found this on the events calendar. It's a documentary screening of a film called Crossing Over that the MRC is screening about Mexican immigrants in Los Angeles. People are interested, and free at 4:30 on Saturday, which I will not be.
The Metropolitan Opera is coming.
Yeah.
Which is,
Yeah.
Right.
Cavalleria Rusticana. Okay.
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 Pagliacci Encore at 6:30.
I think we should plug this early for all of our listeners that listen a little late. Come to our Episcopos Arms sketch comedy show Thursday, May 7th, 10 p.m. in the Cat. Maya and I both wrote sketches and perform in sketches. It's going to be funny.
And Rosie has been enlisted to do tech.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, you said you had someone who was Rosie?
Yeah. She's like, we need someone to do that. I was like, I got someone.
I told you need to find someone else.
I was going to find someone else to help.
Yeah,
it's not possible to run lights and sound.
It is possible. I've done it, but it's really hard.
I mean, I've done it too.
Yeah, you have.
It's not fun.
All right, I'll see if I can get someone to help you.
Yeah, we're like just. Okay. All right.
All right, that's it.
That's
Max,
it.
did you
Thank
enjoy your
Max.
time? Yeah, thank you, Max.
I did. Letting
was
the male
good.
perspective.
We love
does
it.
the male perspective have any final words?
Dude, bros. I love you, man.
Would you recommend your dude bros to see Woman in Gold?
Dude, bros. Call your moms. Call your moms. Get them to watch the movie. And then talk about it, because they miss you.
Aww.
I feel like a dude bro would be like Helen Mirren, you know, pretty high.
All right, join us next week for a review of the Avengers.
Avengers.
Yes. It's going to be a good time.
Womp. I don't even know those two.
Womp.
Womp.
All right.
Yay, bye.
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 Bye.